What's up, guys? Still crazy times for Bitcoin. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? I'm going to show you what I'm looking at in the charts. Definitely stick around for the whole video. I have a lot of charts showing pretty much the same thing. I do have an area I'm watching that will turn me short-term bullish if it happens, but I am still bearish. Surprise. Anyways, definitely stick around, watch the whole video. Don't forget we have a free Discord link in the description below the video, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we do a Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway every Sunday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Tick that notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash that like button and leave your comment below. I'll pick a random comment on Sunday from a random video throughout the week. Let's take a look at the Dow. We are still making bearish divergence. Obviously, the Dow did get ahead of or above our trend line here. Let's go in a little closer and see what's going on. Let's see if we can actually get a couple dailies open and close above this. We did close above it yesterday. We opened above it today, but it does look like it's coming back down. And if you guys notice, usually when the stock market's open, if the traditional market is going up, Bitcoin will either maintain its level or, you know, it'll go up a little bit with the stock market. But when the stock market closes, I do believe the pressure will be on Bitcoin again, and I'm going to show you in the charts why. But let's take a look at gold. Gold looks like it's probably going to come up to retest this 200 EMA on the daily, maybe around 1820, and most likely get rejected there. Our EMAs are still bearish. We still have this target down here of 1736. If that breaks, I'd be looking for 1647. And silver, same thing. We had the pump and dump on silver. It is getting support on top of the EMAs here, but it's still looking bearish to me regardless. And let's take a look at the hourly. So if we look at the hourly chart here on Bitcoin, we did get this Elon pump that got us out of this, and this is the 1 hour, guys, that got us out of this falling channel here, which a lot of times falling channel could be considered a bull flag or bullish. But as you can see, we are getting rejected on the top of this now. Right now it is sitting at about, the top of it is right around 38.3, 38.4, somewhere in that range. A break of that, then we come up to test the Elon pump, which would be around 38.8. If we break above this and get support, then I would say I'm bullish up to these two targets. First one being 48,000, second one being about 49.7. Those are the measured moves. The 49.7 is just a measured move of the whole channel, gets us up to into that range. It's actually, yeah, right around 49.7, 49.9. Otherwise, I'd be looking at this as the breakout and around 48,000. That's the bullish case, which I think is less likely still. But again, if we break that 38,850 range and get support up there, not just a wick above, then I'd be looking for the 48 at least. But I do think it's more likely we come down to this range, and that being, looking at this whole formation as an ABC, that would be the 1-to-1 extension around the 25.5 range. That is what I'm expecting, most likely. Again, unless we break the 38.8 range and get support on it. But if we do come down here and break this, the measured move off of that would be around the $13,900 to $14,000 range. Again, it all depends on exactly where we break, either the top or the bottom. But as you can see, the RSI has plenty of room on the hourly to continue down, possibly break this trend line here and come down. Again, guys, it's not going to be a straight down drop. This could be, you know, for the next couple weeks to get down to this range. So be careful. If you guys are interested in trading, check out Prime XBT, by far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. You can have multiple trades in, longs and shorts at the same time on leverage. So you can hedge your own trades if they go in the wrong direction for you. But definitely check them out. You can use my promo code Savy50. It'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit up to 1 Bitcoin as a bonus to use towards your margin. Savy25 will get you 25% off your fees. I will leave a tutorial on how to use their margin up top. Also, you can trade crypto, forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, natural gas, everything on one exchange. Definitely check it out. They also have some cool features where you can set up multiple charts or multiple time frames, however you wish to do it, however you're trading. But check them out, and let's look at the monthly. So the monthly, we've been looking at this top candle in 2017, top candle in 2019, and I believe this is the top candle now. We've made this channel in here, the top of it being around 40,000, bottom of the channel being about 38. I expect a wick to be in here, and I expect the monthly to most likely end up in the red, just like the monthly after the tops did here. We'll look into more charts showing you why I believe this. This is our triangle that we were watching in the 4 hour. Every time we get above it, we drop back below. That is a bull trap, bull trap, bull trap, bull trap. As you can see, we are back below this trend line here. We also have a measured move of that wedge. I may fiddle with these lines a little bit, but I'm still going to keep them there as of right now. And a measured move off that gets us right down to about 12.5, which would be old resistance become new support. So keep an eye on that. And we're definitely going to take a look at the dollar. I know everybody's saying the dollar's going down. The dollar broke out. The dollar's going to correct. But as you can see, here, this is the 3-day. Once we broke out here, we had a long-term couple years of just the bullish dollar. It doesn't go up like Bitcoin in one straight line. But as you can see, it was bullish. I believe we're going to have another bullish year or two in the dollar here. As you can see in these fractals, it's playing out almost perfectly. We had our breakout here. Even in the MACD customized indicator, where we had our buy signal on the second drop here. Same thing here. Let's take a look at where we're at. So as you can see, once we broke out, we came back down, had a correction, which we're doing right now. I don't believe that it's going to crash. The lowest I see the dollar going is around 90.6, 90.7. But if you look closely, we have the 21 EMA here around the 90, right around the 90.9. I would expect a bounce there and head up to this direction within the next couple months. Up towards the 92 range. If we gain support on that, the next stop would be somewhere, depending on how long it took to get there, around 95. A break of that and gain support, we'd come up to our target around 99. But as you can see, that's the measured move off this wedge like we had over here. We broke above that. It possibly could happen again over here, so be aware of that. Let's look at the dollar over. I put the dollar chart, which is in green, over the Bitcoin chart. Every time the dollar bottoms on this bottom trend line, which hit perfectly, Bitcoin is topped. I do believe there's still a great possibility that Bitcoin is topped here. We're going to take a look at it. And just looking over here, this is 2019. You can see how 2019 topped. You can see these are almost identical. We had our two waves here, or drop, came up, and right here, same thing over here, and where we're at now. Now, let's take a closer look at how and why tops are formed. We've talked about this many a times. As you can see, everybody got super bullish up at the top, big drop, had a nice little bounce, dead cat bounce. Everybody gets super bullish again, gets dropped. Now, when everybody gets bullish and starts buying these, the big money sells these tops here, and they know where people are looking for support, and they will sell down into that. And as soon as the support hits, everybody starts buying again. Everybody gets super bullish, and then they sell the next top, so on and so forth. They did the same thing back here in 2019, and this looks exactly the same. We look like we were just forming a top. Every time we're pumping up, even though it doesn't break our all-time highs, people still get super bullish, so they buy into this. That's a great opportunity for people that are unloading to sell at a higher price. They'll dump it. Once it starts dumping down, people look for support. They know where people are going to buy. They let people buy and get all bullish again, and then they do the same thing over and over. That is why tops usually form a triangle. Now, let's take a look at the indicator that indicated to me that we have topped. And I will tell you what makes it bullish if it doesn't happen. But looking at the triangle here, if we take a measured move of that triangle from 2019, that got us down to our bottom over here at 3,100, almost perfectly, right? As you can see, we had this rising channel. Once we broke out of it, we came back down, tested it, went parabolic, hype, speculative bubble, came back down all the way to that 3,100 range. Now, if we look at it in the daily RSI, as you can see, we have this trend line here. Once it broke this trend line, it came back up, got back above it, zoom in a little bit, and broke back down. That was and that was on the last pump. The whatever you want to call it, the bull trap, whatever, which I believe we are in that area now. And it came back down, crashing for a multi-year bear market, which is possible. There's also a chart I'm going to show you here in a few that shows us that in June we could get another bounce. And everybody believes it's a 4-year cycle and it doesn't end until the end of this year, beginning of next year. If that's the case, I would look for another buy-in opportunity in June, possibly, but it's looking less likely in my opinion. Same thing, we had the rising channel here. Look at the trend line once it dropped, and pay close attention to this. Once it dropped, came back down below, got back above, which is almost identical to what we're doing now, and that was the next bull trap. And then obviously the bear market continued here. If we take a measured move of that triangle to where we broke down, it was almost perfectly lined up with this drop here, although this was the disease that shall not be named drop, and it went a little bit lower than the measured move. So let's take a look at where we're at now. Same thing, guys. We are right here, broke through, came back up, came below the trend line, and we're back above it now. If we continue up from here, that obviously invalidates my idea here. But as of right now, it looks to be playing out perfectly. We're most likely going to come back down. Let's take a measured move, and that would be the last bull trap, or the next highest bull trap, which we're at right now. If we take a measured move of this triangle, and depending on where we break down, if we break down out of it in March sometime, the measured move is around 15,500, somewhere in that range. So as you can see, these areas are lining up. We'll have to see what happens here today, but it is looking, like I said, unless we break that 38.8, then we could be heading up to test the 42 again. If we get rejected, that would be a double top, but otherwise we could be heading up as high as 48 to 50,000. Again, that's not what I'm expecting. Not to say it can't happen. Bitcoin doesn't have to do what I expect, but I'm showing you what I'm seeing in the charts and what is the charts are telling me. So if it was to play out like it did over here in 2017, had her blow off top, 2019 had her blow off top, came back down, and we always came back below the rising channel here every time. So if we look at this dotted line, we capitulated beyond that on the second hump every time. And that would get us down under the 12,000, most likely under 10K range if this happens again, just like it did there. This is the bullish case. If we do continue up and have the high towards the next, or the end of this year, if we look at the white wave count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be if we do that this year and go to the end. There is a sub wave count in yellow here. And I would expect the wave 4, which if you look at the wave 2 over here, how long it took, wave 4 should be something like that. It should not just be shooting up from here. So that would get us down to maybe 27.5, 23.1, 18.4. In the bullish case, we get a bounce off of one of these retracement levels and continue up for a massive, push up to around the 50,000 towards the end of the year, which would be the end of wave 3. That is the bullish case. We'll keep up on that. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'm going to also leave some tutorials up here for you guys to check out. There are some different ways to look at trading. Definitely check it out. But that's what I'd be looking at here and looking for here. So just be careful, guys. I know everybody's extremely bullish. I'm not saying it can't continue up, but I'm saying you need to take a look at both ways. Don't get stuck up here in a big wick and have to wait multiple years to get back to that level. All right, let's take a look at the funding rate. The funding rate is still super high. That means there are more people longing than shorting, and usually that doesn't end up well. You can see last time it happened over here, we had our big capitulation. Every time we get up to these levels, it's not good for Bitcoin. Another way to look at this is look at that as a bull flag, which a lot of people like to look at it as, and that would get us to that $48,000 to $50,000 range. But again, I'm not too confident in the bullish case. Let's take a look at the trend line. I drew off these 2 wicks here. Other than the Elon pump, which is just the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But anyways, we just come up and got rejected on that same trend line off the bottom of those. So it's looking bearish to me, guys. Say what you will, looks bearish to me. And just another look at the same thing. This is where I get the June low here. If you look at the 450-day cycle, each time we hit the low, and we hit the low over here in about June. And that would be the bullish case that we go up for one more leg towards the end of the year, if it happens. But again, we'll be keeping up on it. We'll be watching that area or that time frame extremely close, so definitely stick around. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. Smash that like button and leave your comments below. You can also help support the channel by checking out my wife's webpage. There's a link down below with other affiliate links down there if you guys are looking for hard wallets or anything else. Everything that is down in my affiliate links, I don't put a bunch of crap in there I don't use just to make money off people. It's stuff I actually use. So, but anyways, my wife's webpage, a lot of cool stuff on there. Definitely at least give it a look and see if you're interested in anything. Thanks a lot, guys. Have an awesome day. Don't get wrecked. Be careful. Don't over leverage, and always use risk management. Take it easy.